Right, Bridgetown TV, please watch, like, and subscribe, and obviously, most importantly, share the clips so that more people can see the club we love. Joined by the Gaffer after a valiant 2-2 draw on the road. Analyse that for us.
Oh mate, we're absolutely over the moon. We've set them up in such a way to be hard to break down. So we've gone back to what the lads believe and what we believe is probably our most robust formation. And we've been superb. I'll be really honest. We shouldn't compete with teams like this. When you think of budgets and quality and experience, but we've been great today. We've been absolutely great. 2 superb goals in the way that they've been taken by both Andy and Ali, and we've been majorly unlucky. The amount of time that's been added on, you can argue, but there's been 6 subs that have been made, and it turned into a 4-2-4 from them boys, and they had 4 6'5" giants up top and a bit of pressure, as told. But the lads have been outstanding. It's not just a point on Worksop Town, that's a point on the league, because barring today's result, they've not dropped points since the last played us. And that was a 2-2 draw. So, and they've also won 11 on the bounce at home. So we're the first team to take points off them here. So I'm really happy, Ben. I think the lads know we set them up in such a way. And the major thing for me today was that we've reacted from Grimsby Borough and Lincoln United, and the performance, the endeavour, the way that we've done things today was outstanding. Really good.
You touched upon the formation change. Obviously, in sort of recent weeks, we sort of tinkered around with it. We tried 3 at the back against Tadcaster, and we tried 2 up front against Lincoln. Yep. What was the thinking? Because you sort of went back to what we were used to at the start of the season with the 2 holding.
Yeah, I think we just needed to be more robust. We've been way too easy to break down. I think one of the downsides at the beginning of the season to playing the way that we did was, although we were really hard to break down, we weren't scoring enough goals. So that was our thought process. We're looking at different things, but I mean, I've held my hands up for the lads as well, because you've got to be honest. You've got to be honest with them, and it's not worked. If you want to call it a bit of an experiment in the way that we play, it's not worked. So for me and Adi, we did a lot of soul searching on making sure that we could get ourselves back to where we were in September, October, and be that team that's really difficult to break down. And then if the likes of Ali, Luca, Jack Yates has come on and been unbelievable, if those boys work hard to support their lone striker, we will have goals in us. Yeah. So yeah, it felt good. You could tell that the boys were playing with a lot of confidence with having those 2 holders, and it's aided us today, mate. It really has.
We made an early sub on the left wing. I think, was it a bit of tightness with Luca that was a problem?
Yeah, just said he had tight hammies, so you can't afford any passengers against a team like this. So we had to make the change. But like I said, Jack Yates, he's waited his time, he's bided his time, he's come on and he's within 20 seconds of coming on, he's assisted Andy for the goal. So Jack's great, and his heart's right. He's on it. He's an honest lad, and he gives us everything. So it was an easy change to make.
I mean, we've got to talk about that first goal. I actually missed it because I was tweeting the sub. But, wow. Just running through it.
Again, and this is the thing with Andy. If Andy leaves everything out there, we know the quality that he's got. It was a superb finish. This guy's kept more clean sheets than anybody in this league, and he's been left stranded with that one. So we know what we can get out of Andy, and Andy's another one where if we have to make a change because he's left it all out there, I don't mind. I don't mind that one. And I think the most promising thing for me today, Ben, was the work ethic. Yeah. The way that they did things was so much more what I expect compared to Grimsby Borough and Lincoln.
Well, yeah, you talked about the work ethic. I could see when they came out, and I could hear Adi saying to you, they're fired up, and I could see just how much energy they had in them and how much this game meant to them. Yeah. I just think we carry that on now into the next few games where we're maybe not playing top of the league, but it's just as important to show that level of.
Well, to be honest, this game's a free hit, so we walk away from this. I kind of said to the boys before kick-off, without giving them a free rein, we walk away from this with no points. As long as the performance is right, that's enough for me, because we need to get back to that. So today is now a reset. We know that we can compete with the best in this league. We said it time and time again at the beginning of the season. and the boys, we've deviated from it a little bit. So I think this was the reset that we needed. We know that we can compete, and that they've now got to produce that week in, week out, because we know we're capable of it.
One thing I noticed as well, or throughout the course of the season, I think we played better against the better teams. We sort of rise to their level. You think, obviously, this game, and then we're the last team to take points off them back in August. We drew 2-2 to Worksop, Dunstan 1-1. Why do you think that is?
I don't know, is the honest answer. I think the lads need to understand that in a league like this, there ain't no easy hit. There ain't no easy game, so we can't think, well, look at what we did at Worksop and not put the same amount of effort and commitment in and expect a result. So that has to be our benchmark now, and that's how teams get points. You know, some very standard teams that are in the middle and mid-ground in this table will pick up points through just more work rate, more desire, more want to be in a game than another. So yeah, we have to make that our absolute bread and butter and our minimum requirement from now on.
And another tough game next, back at home against Cleethorpes. We obviously it was a narrow 1-0 loss at their place back in September.
And again, that's probably the only time this season that we've been defeated and I've turned around and said well done, you know, because we did everything right, and that one felt like a bit of a sucker punch in the 88th minute. So, you know, they've had a bit of change lately. They've had a change in Gaffer. They've had quite a few changes in personnel on the football pitch. So we need to look after ourselves. You know, we go there and look after ourselves, and if we play anything like we did today, we'll give anybody in this league a game. We know that. Yeah,
one thing I will say is, if you're watching this, come and get yourself down to Queensgate against Cleethorpes. We've just seen an absolutely outstanding performance against Worksop, so come and reward them by giving them an excellent backing against Cleethorpes. Mike, thank you as ever for coming and joining us for the interview.
Absolutely, cheers Ben.
Yeah, please watch, like, subscribe, and as always, most importantly, share the clip. Bridgetown TV, over and out.